Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about something a little different than what we usually cover. I know when you come here to low income relief, we're usually talking about benefits news or benefits updates. But today I want to talk to you about some niche ideas that can help you make extra income fast. So these are going to be work from home opportunities, starting your own business, things that you can do to help move forward, especially in light of the shift that we're seeing toward more work requirements and things like that. I know there's a lot of uncertainty in the air, and I was just hoping to bring you guys some maybe new and unique ways to try to approach this situation that we're finding ourselves in. So, today we're going to be talking about what a niche is, why it matters, how it relates to building an online business, especially through a print on demand platform like Printify, who is our sponsor today. If you have wanted to make extra money online and you didn't know where to start, today's video is going to help you figure that out completely. And by the end of this video, we're also going to reveal 9 separate niche ideas that you could take to Printify right now today to start churning out products that could help you make some extra money. So like I said, today's video is part of a series that is sponsored by Printify. Printify is one of the best print-on-demand networks out there. They have, I think, over 1,500 products that you can choose from in their catalog, from t-shirts to blankets to hats to mugs to stickers to journals, basically whatever you'd want to create. And when you use Printify, you really just have to make the design, stick it on your product, they'll print and ship it. You don't have any inventory or any headaches there. It makes it very, very simple. And you can sell everywhere from TikTok Shop to Etsy. Like, it's amazing. Now, that being said, one of the best ways to succeed with print on demand is to build a store that is centered around a niche. And that's why we're going to be talking about this today. You've started your store, you don't really know what to do. Maybe you're not getting the traction that you want. And I want to help you get through that, right? Because aside from running low income relief, my main job is digital marketing for a wide variety of businesses. So this is kind of my jam. And I really enjoy talking about this, even though I don't do it a lot on low income relief. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to work together to kind of help you punch through those barriers and get moving with those online stores that you've been creating from our other videos that we've done with Printify. So, just a few quick disclaimers before we dive in any farther, right? This video is educational, it's not financial or legal advice. Results are going to vary. I can't promise that you're going to create one product and become a millionaire. That's generally not how work works. But if you follow the advice that we give you throughout this series, you work really hard and you're dedicated, there is a big potential here. So, just keep that in mind. Another thing I need to caution you about is that it's not immediately clear how self employment is going to work in terms of the new work rules that we're seeing roll out for SNAP and Medicaid. We do know that historically, you were excused from the work requirements if you were already working 30 hours a week. And they also have on the USDA website, there's a little loophole there that says that if you're earning wages at least equal to the federal minimum wage multiplied by 30 hours, then that would excuse you as well. So once you're getting a healthy return on your store, this may help exempt you from those requirements. Now, of course, side income can affect benefits, so please make sure that you check with your caseworker or local office if you're unsure about how any of that works. With that in mind, let's go ahead and dive in. So, a niche is a small, specific group of people you want to serve. It's a category that you're going to fill. And it's usually, if you think about like a niche in a wall, it's a pretty small little space where you carve out room for yourself. When it comes to online sales, whether you're working on YouTube or you're creating content through Printify, it's really important to have a clear idea of who you're serving, because you can't be Walmart, you can't be Amazon, you can't sell everything to everyone. You need to really hone in and specialize on one group of people that you're going to serve really, really well. Niches can help you stand out in crowded marketplaces. That's really their best advantage. And it helps if you look for groups that have strong passions, relatable struggles, or inside jokes. And when I get to the point where I'm showing you the products that I recommend you go make on Printify, you'll have a clear idea of what I mean by that. It helps if you start with the groups you already know, whether that's a profession that you currently work in or have worked in before, or a hobby you like to engage in, or a certain life stage you're at. Maybe it's a region that you live in. Something like that that is familiar to you is going to be a great place to start. And then once you pick what you want to focus on, you just look for phrases that they might laugh at, repeat, feel proud of, things they might put on a bumper sticker or a t-shirt, right? Because now we're thinking like we're going to be ordering from Printify. And it's honestly easy to get inspiration if you look at online stores, see what people are buying, look for similar taglines. You don't want to directly rip off what other people are doing because then you're at risk for, copyright and trademark issues and that gets complicated. But you can pretty easily go to ChatGPT and just type in, hey, I need 25 witty slogans that would appeal to whatever your niche is, and it will spit out a ton of ideas that you can use. You can run them through Canva or use Printify's built-in tools to create those images, and then Printify makes it easy to put those across a wide variety of products. So I recommend doing what I just said, right? You go to the AI, you ask for 25 ideas, you pick your 5 to 10 best ones, and you mock those up in Printify, and then look at that. You've just built a store, and it really doesn't take very long. If you need help with the step-by-step guidance on how to use Printify, strongly recommend that you go check out some of the other videos we've done with them. I think we've done 3 or 4 tutorials with them already in the last couple of years. So you should be able to find those step-by-step guides pretty easily. We'll link to some of them down below. Now, as you are choosing your niche, I do need to caution you about some common mistakes to avoid, right? Don't try to sell to everyone. This world is beautiful and big and diverse, and there are so many different people with so many different types of interests. You can't make everyone happy, nor should you try. You should focus on a reasonably sized group, something that's focused, but not so focused that it's not going to have a lot of people in it. So, for example, a good niche would be beekeepers, but a bad niche would be left-handed beekeepers who only use vintage 1970s equipment, right? There might be some people who do that, but it's going to be a much smaller group. There's not going to be a big enough audience size to keep your store running. So you want to make sure that you are not too vague, but also not too specific. You've really got to hunt down that Goldilocks zone so that you have a good customer base. Another example I like to use is, Harry Potter is a great niche. Hufflepuff fans might be too specific, but along with that, you want to be careful to avoid any trademark phrases or logos or things that could get you in trouble with different license holders. So you want to make sure that you're always creating original content. So I can't actually recommend Harry Potter as a niche for you in this context. I'm just trying to kind of illustrate the concept of what's too big and what's too narrow, if that makes sense. Along with this, you also want to make sure that you're avoiding overly complex designs that aren't going to print well or that are going to add complexity or cost to you. It doesn't take that much to create a winning design. If you look at the sort of t-shirt slogans and stickers and things like that that sell really well, a lot of times they're actually surprisingly simple, and that gives you a pretty solid chance to be able to get good returns on the amount of time that you're spending. I know recently we did a video where we featured someone who was making $170,000 selling cottagecore woven blankets through Printify. So you don't have to have a huge audience to be able to drive really valuable results and make a lot of money. You just need to hone in on the right niches and the right keywords to be able to make that happen. So, with that in mind, let's talk about 9 niche ideas that you can try today. These are some of my favorites. So, nursing and healthcare humor, right? This is huge. You can create mugs, hats, and comfy t-shirts with humorous phrases like, I'm a nurse, nothing scares me, right? Daily affirmations are also huge right now. So, you can design journals, mugs, and wall art with gentle, uplifting colors and phrases like, I choose joy or peace begins with me. If you're a big pet fan, the pet niche is huge, and you can even niche down by breed or personality, things like that. You can sell tumblers, teas, and stickers with sayings like proud husky mom or rescued is my favorite breed. People are passionate about their pets. That can actually be a really good niche to go into. Along with that, families and caregivers, right? Now we're talking blankets, totes, and matching shirts with supportive phrases like world's best grandma or caregiver strong. These are things that are really going to resonate with people. Book lovers. People get passionate about their books too. So you can make bookmarks, mugs, and tote bags with reader humor like just one more chapter. I hear that every night from my children. Along with that, gardening, right? You can design aprons, hats, or stickers with insider sayings like gardening is cheaper than therapy, which, by the way, as someone who doesn't have a green thumb at all and has wasted a lot of money on gardening, I'm not technically sure that that statement is true, but I've heard it said before. So, run with that if you will. Teachers and education life, too. You can create mugs, tote bags, stickers with phrases like coffee, teach, repeat. You can also target sports and fitness enthusiasts with water bottles, hats, and tees with sayings like lift heavy, live happy, or soccer squad. Food and coffee lovers are also great to target, especially if you're creating on Printify, because you can even sell branded bags of coffee. But you could also sell mugs or aprons or wall prints with fun phrases like powered by tacos or espresso yourself, right? Just think fun, whimsical things that people would love to collect or have if it speaks to their interests or hobbies. So, like I said, Printify has over 1,600 different products that you can create, and it's really easy to create one image and put it on multiple different products as well. So, I would like to challenge you to choose one niche. It can be one from our list or one you come up with on your own, and write 10 short original phrases. If you're not feeling creative, AI can do the work for you quickly, and it's free. Once you make those 10 short phrases, pick your very favorite one, use Printify's product creator to mock up that design, and just list one product this week. Share it with your friends on social media and see what happens, right? That's a great first step. Along with this, I would also recommend that you maybe create a Facebook group or a page on some other social media built around that niche and just post content with your store link in the comments. That's a great way to help boost traffic to these pages once you know what kind of a niche that you want to get into. But like I said, Printify is free to start. You can start a whole bunch of different stores. And unless you're syncing it to something like Etsy, there's really no fees to getting started. So if you're serious about building a print on demand business, I hope that this has been helpful to you. And I'll be back soon with more ways that you can save money and get free stuff.